Growing your business into a money tree, video 5, marketing and selling. Why should people buy your products or services? The simple answer is because they want or need what you are selling and they have the money to pay for it. You will find some people who will make it easy for you when you first start your business. Most of the time, those people are your friends and family. You may even get lucky and find a few strangers to buy from you. Before long, though, you run out of those easy sales straight into a brick wall. You need to learn how to get around or through that barrier. You have to persuade people who don't already know and trust you to buy your products or services if you are going to stay in business. There are many things you will soon discover about the public, and it can be discouraging. I prefer not to sound harsh, but would rather hit you with reality before you waste thousands of dollars trying to get people to do business with you. For example, about 5 years ago, a married couple client of mine decided to become real estate agents and work as a team. They were very bright and hardworking. They designed the most beautiful, eye-catching business cards and brochures, spending about $50,000 their first 18 months in business marketing their services. The couple did make money during these 18 months. However, not one dime came from the money spent on marketing. It all came from people they met on their own. Throwing money into your marketing without knowledge and experience is generally a waste of money. I certainly understand the hope that it would work, and if it did, your answers to small business success would be easy. However, generating business from the public is not as simple as just mailing out postcards offering a discount or proclaiming that you provide the best service around. You need to learn how to bring your target market through a process starting with generating interest all the way through making a commitment to buy. The process begins and ends with how your potential consumer thinks and feels, and generally has very little to do with what you hope or want to happen. You must learn to see things from the perspective of your public, and usually that is easier said than done. I want to help you turn into a marketing machine, generating leads and meeting lots of people that become your customers. However, I also want to be truthful, so I'm telling you up front that there is no one simple answer and no one way to generate business that works for all types of businesses and all kinds of business owners. And the times are changing, and they are changing fast and often, so don't ever stick your head in the sand. Always keep searching for new and different ways to generate new business. Please keep in mind that this is a 15-minute video, so our time is limited, and we could talk about the subject of marketing and selling for hours. Therefore, I have made a choice to set a foundation that you will need to build on in order to become a marketing machine yourself. Remember, it doesn't matter that you build a better mousetrap if you can't get people to buy it. Before we go any further, we need to do away with a common misconception of the products or services you will be selling. Since I live in the Silicon Valley, I have spoken to many audiences comprised of engineers. When asked if they believe that having the best product is the most important thing in business, most will nod their heads yes. I then ask the audience to raise their hands if they believe that McDonald's makes the best hamburgers. Most of the time, no one raises a hand. You see, they already know that it is not necessary to have the best product in order to sell the most hamburgers in history. Being engineers, they just didn't question whether or not it was really necessary in their own businesses. You need to have an acceptable product or service to help you build a sustainable business. However, it is not essential to have the best. You just need to get people to consistently buy whatever you are selling. Ted Williams was one of the greatest hitters in baseball history, and his highest batting average for one season was just over 400. That means he failed to get a hit 60% of the time he came to bat. A few years ago in my CPA practice, we did a marketing program where we mailed out 3,500 postcards to a select group of small businesses. We received 83 telephone calls, resulting in 35 appointments. 22 of those individuals actually kept their appointments and 4 became clients. The total program cost approximately $5,000. In the year after we did that program, we grossed about $37,000 from those 4 clients. The return on our investment was quite acceptable. Please keep in mind that I have many years of experience getting people to exchange their money for my services. Even then, we still had to burn through a number of leads in order to get those 4 clients. While thinking about what to say next, I have to admit that I'm laughing at myself because I fell into a trap that I'm about to tell you to avoid. I was so proud of that postcard and was so sure it was going to work better than it actually did. Logically, I should have known better, but emotionally, I nourished a fantasy that we had designed the perfect marketing piece that was going to work better than any other. That belief set me up for disappointment. You will no doubt have disappointments as you build your business. The key is not to let any one disappointment get you down so much that it affects your ability to perform the next time. Most of us would like to get a hit every time we get up to bat. However, that is impossible, and as much as you may hate losing any particular sale, you need to learn from the experience and quickly move on. Don't waste time dwelling on what you can't change. What will help you move on is the use of the most important word in sales. It is a word you should learn to shout at the top of your lungs because it will breathe new life into you. It helps to cut off dwelling on the past and start to look to that next sale because that is exactly where you want to be. The sooner you move past a disappointment, the sooner you will make use of what you just learned, and the sooner you will replace that disappointment with a success. The most important single word in sales is next. Please give it a try. It has worked for me for many years. Talk to any top producer in sales or anyone considered a rainmaker in business, and the common thread that ties all of their successes together is they played the numbers to their advantage. They know they can depend on winning a certain percentage of the time, and the more they get up to bat, the more they are going to win. Use the word next to motivate yourself to play the numbers game. Get up to bat as often as possible and let the numbers work for you. The more bats you have, the quicker you will learn how to win a higher percentage of them. You need to answer a central question before you develop a vision of your business that will drive sales. Are you going to compete on price alone? Your answer defines everything that follows. Choosing this strategy requires you to keep your cost of doing business as low as possible. Let's take a look at an example of a sandwich shop. If you compete with a Subway or Quiznos by offering cheaper sandwiches, you better be able to make a sandwich more efficiently or pay much less for your expenses such as rent, food, and employees. If you make the same quality of sandwich, what happens if Subway lowers its prices to match yours? Since your vision is to compete on price alone, you must lower your prices. It becomes a vicious circle until you are either not making money or you lower the quality of your sandwiches and are no longer offering the same quality as Subway. The strategy of competing on price alone is not always as simple as keeping the cost of doing business to a minimum. Lower pricing, evidenced by the success of Walmart and Costco, initially draws in many consumers. Your competition may be quite ruthless using a strategy of lower pricing. For example, some will use bait and switch tactics in various forms. In the home improvement business, for example, some contractors will purposely lowball a bid, hoping to make money through change orders. The bottom line is it's very difficult for any small business to compete on price alone. Costco and Walmart can do it because they deal in enormous volumes that small businesses could never hope to equal. A better vision is to sell in a way that allows you to command a price that ensures a profit. How does that happen? Specialize. Concentrate on developing a niche by providing products or services to customers with defined needs. Your competitive advantage should be offering additional value to your customers instead of just being another merchant or vendor who sells the same products or services as everyone else. Narrowing your focus to develop a niche has 2 primary benefits. First, it helps you focus on cultivating the skills necessary to develop that niche. And second, it will help you market yourself since you know you are the best answer to fill the specific needs of your customers. Focusing on a niche is a great confidence builder. When you compete for a client's business, you know that you are offering more value, better service, and the best possible solution. It is far better to be brilliant in a niche than mediocre as a generalist. If a customer understands your vision, you cost a little more, but you deliver a lot more. Then it becomes easy for them to do business with you. You sell by fulfilling their dream instead of saving them a few bucks. As you go about building your business, you will find people who will only buy if you are the lowest price. I have seen too many small business owners meet that lowest price with too high a quality of product or service. That approach can be the death knell of your business. You can't sell a Cadillac at a Chevrolet price and stay in business. I have no preconceived notion of your pricing structure. Just make sure that your prices match the quality of your products or services. We have now set the foundation by discussing the mindset that will help you become a marketing machine. The ability to consistently sell your products or services is dependent on your ability to manage your emotions going forward. Do your best to understand how the potential buyers think and feel. Don't give up just because things get hard. Use the word next to keep going until you do make a sale. Make sure the prices you charge match the quality of the products or services you provide. Developing a niche will help you stand out because you provide that something extra. It will give you confidence because you will know that you are the best solution to fulfill the defined needs of your customers. It is time for the journey to continue to the next video entitled Field of Dreams. The question is, if you build it, will they come? See you next time.